big and bold. Not gonna be here that long, but we finna give y'all some great food, y'all. Just so I can upload this, man. And get all the naysayers. I wish I would have came early.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
This is the AOVO Pro ES.
30-minute teaching, then we're not gonna stay too long. We just gonna
Yeah,
get
Jew, how are you doing, man?
what's going on. What's going on?
Yeah, so I've talked to uh, a couple of your saints, and I do understand where they're coming from. So I had a couple questions from you because they couldn't answer, and I know they basically don't believe that they can interpret the scriptures.
What's your question, brother?
So I think that history is very important when it comes to the establishment of these scriptures, and I know that they believe that Christ didn't come 2,000 years ago. But from secular, historical accounts and archaeological finds, we can prove that Jesus came, at least a man named Jesus came 2,000 years ago and spread a gospel and had disciples, and those disciples went to other
Well, brother,
places.
I'm kind of I'm kind of in a rush, so I ain't gonna be on. I'm not gonna be on here too long. So just get straight to the
No,
question. Now,
I
I
got
got
you,
you,
bro. If you don't have long,
but listen,
I,
if it's about anything 2,000 years ago, I am 100% convinced nobody can prove nothing 2,000 years ago. So this what would be your question?
well, I guess how can you prove that nobody actually knows when we have like tangible things that we can look at, taste, feel, see? We can actually go to like graves to see the tombstone of Pontius
Hey,
Pilate.
brother man, what's your question?
How can you prove that Jesus didn't come 2,000 years ago?
Well, because I'm gonna prove to the world that the real one is here now. If the real one is here now, the one that have been created, because the 2,000-year-old Jesus was created by people who what Jesus didn't walk in Rome 2,000 years ago. Jesus wasn't in the Middle East and all these things 2,000 years ago. All these are false history. These are false history. The Bible comes from East Africa. The Bible is an African book. This is why they changed the image of Jesus and made him white. Because that's what's the false history. That's the false 2,000-year-old story.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking
You
or
see what I'm saying?
referring
I know, but
to.
listen. Nobody have the story of the black man that walked in Africa 2,000 years ago. Nobody have that story.
Do
You
you
know
think
why?
that?
Because Africans didn't create the 2,000-year-old theory. The Romans created the 2,000-year-old theory, just as they changed the picture.
Sure, sure. So I'll give you that. I agree that they have changed the color of Christ. I don't disagree with
Well,
that. But would
they
you?
didn't change the
But,
color. They
but
changed many other
hold
things.
on. I'm asking, would you agree that like Ethiopia and Judea, like they were very common for trade at that time?
Judea.
Yeah, Judea, that historically is confirmed that Rome was governing at the time, according to the prophecy of Daniel
No,
2.
no. Rome is governing Judea right now. Judea is people. Judea is not a place.
Right.
Judea
Well,
is a people.
according to Daniel 2, Rome would never be conquered. It would be divided within the inside, which is the foot of iron and mixed with iron and clay, and
And
that is also proven in history as well.
Rome is conquered in the last days, brother man. Rome.
Well,
That's why in Daniel the prophecy is the kingdom will be given over to the saints.
sure,
That's the prophecy. So the kingdom haven't been given over to the saints, and the saints is gonna be with Christ to take the kingdom. That's why you're reading Revelation. Christ coming and what? Judging all nations. Christ never came and did these things. So
Agreed.
that's why we
Yeah.
still wait on Christ to come to do what he didn't fulfill, because actually he never came and fulfilled nothing. Christ didn't come and fulfill none of the Old Testament prophecies. Now one of them.
Not even like Isaiah 53.
No, no, because Christ was taken from prison and from captivity or something like that. So, like I say, the whole Bible prophecy is one prophecy about the last days. It's not a breakdown of prophecies. The
Well,
Bible
then
don't break down different prophecies.
how do you explain the prophecy about the destruction of the second temple that actually happened in 70 AD? That's like a historical fact. Solomon's temple. And I know that you would say
Who
that
created
it was
those days?
Solomon's body,
He's not
but
gonna go nowhere if he still believes in that.
Well, yeah, I know. Like, the thing about those things, man, dates are not in the Bible. The Bible has no,
agreed.
you know. So the Bible was translated by the people who created the dates. They wasn't nowhere around. Like, the Bible wasn't all around the world, brother. When did the Bible become all around the world? After they stole it and translated it. That's when the Bible was passed out to the world. Before that, these biblical scrolls was in one place. Even Africa didn't. Even all of Africa didn't have the Bible.
Right.
You see
Ethiopia
what I'm
did.
saying? So when did the Bible get spread around the whole world? In the late 1800s and 1900s. That's when the Bible began to get spread all over the world. Before that, nobody had a Bible.
Well, even within the scriptures, yeah, I agree. The Bible wasn't a thing. There wasn't a necessity back then, too. Most of the stuff is just letters
Okay, it was
from
I'm saying,
individuals about their accounts.
but these are visions. The Bible is a vision book. It's not a historical book. It's a book of prophetic visions about things that's going to take place at the appointed time of God. That's why even when you get Moses' book, you got the appointed feast days. So God is going to appoint these days, not man. But when the Romans took the book, they appointed times, which is how they changed time, as is written in Daniel 7:25. They changed time and laws.
So, would you agree that that has something to do with the papacy, or at least the Pope?
Oh, well, that's why the Pope apologized for colonizing the world with false indoctrination. The Roman Catholic Church didn't apologize, so everything they told us, they lied about, and that's why they had to apologize. And they're gonna have to do more than that when it's all said and done. So all this information that we have came from the Roman papacy and his lies.
I mean, I can concede to some of that. And so, talking to some of your other saints, like they said that the Pope that we currently have is, you would consider the Antichrist, right? Or the
Well,
Messiah.
yeah, he's definitely one of the many. The Bible says many antichrists. So antichrists are those
But
that's doing things without Christ. It's not
okay,
one.
so yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. So, is he the final one? Is he like the Antichrist, or is there going to be one that comes after him?
Well, he's like the head one in charge. Because he's the one that's the father of all this, lies. He didn't start it, but he's the head of it. He's the father.
I mean, yeah, like currently, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm asking, so like Christ is to bring a kingdom, and I know that your saint said you're the one that is going to bring the kingdom. Is he that man of perdition, the man of lawlessness, the final one, the Antichrist?
Well, the man of perdition will be my brothers. Because like I say, this is a brotherhood Bible. So those are my brothers that oppose me. Like Christ said, I only come for the lost sheep of Israel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a certain people that I'm talking to and they oppose me, and that will be the son of perdition that the Bible is actually talking about. But the Pope, again, just represents the many antichrists that's out in the world.
So after you, I know that many people have been a previous Yaju, like Moses, you would say, right? David, Solomon. Would you agree to those things? Is there going to be another one that comes after you?
Well, as always, because God don't, you can't unalive God. God is a spirit. So I'm just
Right.
I'm just a vessel that God is using. Just as Moses, Noah, or anybody
Yeah,
else,
yeah, yeah.
Solomon.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm asking. So is there going to be another Messiah after you?
Well, it won't be no need for a Messiah. It will be just a righteous king. You know, we have a righteous leader. The Messiah is somebody that come and bring light to the world. Now that the world will be enlightened, it will be no need for a Messiah no more. It would just be after me, another righteous king will regain.
So is there ever going to be like a new creation and a new heaven, new earth?
That's what's going on now. The new creation is dealing with people. Heaven, earth will remain, but we are the world that's on top of the earth. That's why I say it's gonna be a new world, new
Okay.
mind, new body.
So when will death be defeated?
When would death be defeated? Well, you gotta understand, the power of life and death is in the tongue. So once we get rid of lies, that's how you defeat death. So the Bible is not talking about
Right.
we always gonna be recycled. Everything in this world is recycled. But when the Bible is speaking about I can't keep saying that word, but the word unaliving is talking about the power of the tongue, the power of unaliving.
Sure, I can see where you get that, but in the scriptures, the Messiah has promised to, that he has taken the keys to life and death. He's taken the keys from Satan, and he is going to throw Satan into the lake of fire with his angels and anybody who disbelieves. So that's what I'm seeing as the end of death with
Well, yeah,
with the resurrection.
and that's why the Bible say, "Cast out your vain imaginations." Because remember,
So is it? I mean, is there?
the devil is a messenger for God. So the devil speaks for God, but the devil tell lies on behalf of God. So Christ is going to remove that power and take that power back. That's the keys. Remember, the power of life and death is in the tongue.
Sure. Is there? But is there a scripture that will say what you're saying about power of life and death is in the tongue?
I don't know if there is it might be.
I've always understood. This
I don't
is from
really.
what I
Well, you
like.
gotta
God
understand.
is life.
You gotta understand. The shepherd lead the sheep to the slaughterhouse. So if the shepherd lead the sheep to the slaughterhouse, do the shepherds literally take you to a slaughterhouse? No, it's a figure of speech.
Oh
So,
yeah, I agree.
oh yeah,
I
matter of
agree.
fact, yeah, it is. If you go to Proverbs 18 and 21.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull my Bible up.
So yeah, like I said, the Bible is not. That's why we have to cast out our imaginations because we might read something and imagine the wrong thing. So it's right there in the book. Cast out your imaginations. So you can accept the truth that you have to. Well, you don't have to, but it's almost like you ain't gonna have no choice. We don't know the truth. The truth is gonna have to be accepted, and the only people that's gonna accept it are the children of God, the babes.
1928.
Proverbs 18 and 21.
From what the chapter itself, the
Yeah.
whole verses.
No,
Chapter
Proverbs.
18, chapter 18, verse 21.
Okay, I got you. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and like they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Sure. So we can agree, but where does that life come from?
The power, it comes from the power, brother. That's why I says speak life into the people.
I mean, what about God? Like, because God claimed to be the life of men, right?
Well, brother, man, like I said, I was in. You kind of caught me at a bad time for me to go through a series of questions because I got a little sermon I want to bring out because I think I got about
Okay.
like 30
Hey man.
before I leave. So
Yeah,
I answer one more question, and I'm gonna have to move on. I'm
I'll
just
let
trying
you
to
do
bring
what you
something
got to
out.
do,
I'm
bro.
be on here.
I'm not here to take over your live or anything. If you got something planned, I'm gonna let you get to it, bro. But I would love to be able to talk again. I'm gonna give you a follow, and if you could give me one as well, I'd love just to be able to maybe have a in-depth chat one day when you do have the time.
All right, yeah. Like I say, Sunday will be a better time. We'll be live 8 o'clock Eastern Sunday.
Okay,
So you're welcome.
sounds good, bro.
I have more time, and
Yeah,
we
I got you, man. You do your thing, and you have a good day, man. Appreciate you
all
letting me
right,
up.
likewise, brother. Peace. But y'all, I just came here for a few seconds to talk about something, y'all. Like I say, I love to bring the prophetic visions of when, you know, these things taking place. You got something you want to say? I love to bring forth the prophetic vision when these things are taking place. Now, I actually did a video on this about the Joseph story of how Joseph made his brothers mad and they put him in a hole. Now, Joseph wasn't attacking his brothers. Joseph was trying to hurt his brothers. But Joseph received a greater gift. And it caused what? Anger, jealousy. So I'm just going to go over a few things, y'all, just to bring it out. Who's jealous, huh? Who's jealous? Well, like y'all say, I'm going to let the scriptures talk. You know. So right now, y'all, we're gonna start in the Joseph story. Well, matter of fact, I just want to read this one scripture right quick. Let's go to Isaiah, what that's, 42 and 13. Let's go to Isaiah 42 and 13, my brothers and sisters. Let's go, let's go. Is it 42 and 13? Is it? Yeah, let's go to 42 and 13. So this is what's happening, y'all. Like I said, it's causing a lot of jealousy, as this is something I've been dealing with since I've been anointed. But again, this is the prophetic vision. I'm just not trying to make this up and pull a rabbit out of my hat. This is the prophetic vision. So y'all see these things go on. You see people running out, putting up false information about me. You see people printing out paperwork because my so-called name on there, like I'm the only one called L. Johnson, and lying about I got charges on me. Why would somebody go to the extreme to attack another man that's trying to judge the Roman Catholic Church that they say they enemy? They're like I'm an enemy. Why would they go to the extent of do these things? Grown men. Why, y'all? Well, let's read, y'all. When Isaiah 42, I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "Sing unto the Lord a new song." See, we don't have the song as the rest of the world, right? And that's making them hot. Because we don't have their song. What do we have? Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise from the ends of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice. The villages that Kedar do inhabit. Let the inhabitants of the rock sing. Let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give glory unto the Lord and declare his praise in the islands. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. So how should the Lord go forth, y'all? As a what? Mighty man. Do we see pastors being mighty? Or do we see them being nice? Well, God didn't anoint someone to be nice. God anointed someone to be mighty, glory, majesty. So it said the Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. Is these people that's reading you the Bible, are they mighty? Time will tell, huh? Then it says, he shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. I don't know why that's in there, y'all. Why would God stir up jealousy? Have anybody asked themselves that? Have anybody asked, why would the Lord stir up jealousy? That's a question, y'all. So it says, he shall cry. They say Jesus had tears coming out his eyes, so he was a soft man. Jesus cried. No, I come on every day, I cry to y'all. But I got a war cry. I don't shed tears. I have a war cry. So it says, he shall cry, yeah, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. So the Lord gonna have enemies? Why would the Lord have enemies? Well, y'all see the enemies. They what? They attack us with no cause. They don't have no cause to attack us. Some people attack me because I say I'm Christ. You don't even know who Christ is, but you attack me without a cause. It says, I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now I will cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. So y'all see, a mighty man is stirring up jealousy. That's the prophetic vision of when the Lord come, what's going to happen. So let's go to the Joseph story, because you know all these stories are written for a appointed time. These are, when I read the Joseph story, I'm not reading you a history story. I'm reading you a prophetic vision. I don't see how a grown man can lie like this in front of everybody and not have shame. I don't. It's amazing how people just, man. So let's start at we in Genesis. We in 37. I'm gonna start at verse 3. And like I say, y'all, I'm just bringing this out. I'm gonna upload it on my YouTube. And if you missed it, you can go watch the whole thing. And if you really want to get, I got a great breakdown of the Joseph dream. You know, because this is the time. That's why we have the Joseph and Mary story. That's the hidden gems of the New Testament. The Joseph and Mary story is the same thing as the what? The Joseph story in Genesis. So we're in 37 and 3. Genesis 37 and 3. It say, now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, the Ancient of Days. And he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brother, they hated him and could not speak peacefully unto him. Now when his brethren saw that the father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peacefully unto him. Now, a lot of people think they read this story, they get sucked up in their imaginations, and what? They think this happened back then. This happening right now, y'all. The Joseph story. That's why you got to read Genesis 49, but I'm just going to keep this video short. So, what is jealousy? Let's look up the word jealousy. What, to be jealous of someone, don't you got to hate them? Look up the word jealousy. He said, and we said all the time, man, they hating on me, man. They hating on me, man. They hating on me. Do it got hate in them? Jealousy generally refers to thoughts or feelings, insecurities, fear, and concern over a related lack of possessions or safety. Jealousy can consist of one or more emotions, such as anger, resentment, I can't say that word, and I say that word?
Helplessness and disgust.
And disgusted. There's somebody on here saying, man, I'm tired of hearing y'all Jew people. I'm tired of hearing y'all Jew people. That ain't jealousy? Like I say, y'all, we didn't put this in the book. It's in here. Verse 5, I'm in Genesis 37. It says, and Joseph dreamed a dream and told it to his brethren, and they hated him yet more. That's the second hate. And he said unto them, hear, I pray you, this dream which I dreamed. Behold, we were binding shells in the field. Now, binding shells is almost like keeping the sheep. Like, all my brothers trying to be shepherds right now. But like I was on a panel with the Three Stooges yesterday. Some two brothers that used to be with me, sleep in the same house as me, eat out the same food as me, you know. But now they are somehow what? They mad. And y'all, they are one of the few. I done had many brothers, you know, come to me, take my information, and cast lots. That's written. They gonna crucify Christ, take his garments. Why would you crucify somebody and take his garments? And how could everybody take Christ's garments if it was clothes? How could everybody take Christ's garments if it was clothes? No, I'm cut from a different cloth. So the cloth that I'm cut from, that's what they took from me. And they went out and cast lots. That means they went out to go teach. So it say, for behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my sheaf arose and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood around about and made obstinate to my sheaf. Now, this is a parable. What I just read. I know what the hell you talking about. What is a sheaf? What is? But his brothers is finna ask him about the dream that he dreamed. Verse 8. It say, and his brethren said unto him, shall doubt indeed reign over us? Or shall doubt indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dream and for his words. So they was hating for Joseph for his position and what he told them. Caused his brothers to hate him. So right now, everybody, it's like I was asking the brother, I say, where's the leader? Nope, you see, everybody want to be a leader, but don't nobody want to be a follower. Y'all notice that? See, I don't mind following someone if they got the right plan. If you got a better plan than me, why would I not support you if you my brother? If I got love for you, you helping all people, and you come put a plan in front of me, and I hate you for it? Like, just imagine our brothers and sisters had power right now. What they'll be doing. See, they don't even have power, and they acting the way they act. So imagine how we would act with power. Just imagine if you put power in our people's hand right. That's why we don't have nothing. Now, when you don't know these things and you sit back and look at our people, why black people ain't got nothing? You're the white man, and you'll be all frustrated. But go start helping the people. Watch what they do to you. So, like I say, just sit back and imagine. You might have smoked your joint or something, but sit back and imagine how our people would be if they had power. I wouldn't even give us power. That's how bad it is. So it says, we're in verse 9, Genesis 37. It says, and he dreamed yet another dream, and told it to his brethren, and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun, the moon, and the 11 stars made obstinate to me. The sun, the moon, and the thing about it, I see the stars. But you know what the stars don't want? They don't want the Star of David. They don't want the Star of David. Like, I see other leaders. Like, and it's crazy how just because I proclaim my Christ, people think it ain't no more leaders. It's almost crazy. Like, was the disciples called Christ? Or was they called Christians? So how can everybody be a Christ? Must be a wicked generation, huh? So the sun, the moon, and the stars made obstinate to Joseph. Verse 10. It says, and he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down yourselves before thee to the earth? And his brothers envied him, but his father observed the same. And his brethren went to feed their flock in. I can stop right there because I want to keep this short. So I was just showing you how Joseph revealed what God had blessed him with. To be what? The leader for the people. But his brothers say what? You ain't going to be my leader. Get that verse where it say, when Moses say,
I want to bring this scripture out because there's some people in the comments don't understand that they steal Christ's garments.
oh yeah.
They don't believe that's in the Bible. So,
like, You think they crucified Christ and stole his clothes? I think that's what some of us think, so we'll read it.
So them stealing Christ's garments, it's in John chapter 19, verse 23 to 24. It says, Then the soldiers, when they crucified Jesus, took his garments and made 4 parts, to every soldier a part, and also his coat. Now the coat was without seam, woven from the top throughout. They had therefore among themselves, Let us not rent it, but cast out for it, cast lots for it, who it shall be.
Hold up, that's cold right there. They didn't rip his coat, because remember I just read in Genesis 37. It says he made him a coat of many colors. So this is why the Joseph story is connected directly to the Jesus story. The Christ story is the same story. The coat that they took after they crucified him, and they didn't rip it. They went out and cast lots to find out who gonna put it on. That's why when I asked the 3 Stooges last night, I say, which one is the leader? All of them want to put the coat on. All of them want to put the coat on. But they couldn't say, they really, because they only come together to come against me. But they can't put the coat on because they not Christ. So they cast lots with it. So they just get the information and look, here, I'm going to teach this. Y'all have to see these parables, man, and how they play out. I just, if you see it, you see it, man. If you hear it, you hear it, I guess. Yeah.
Let us not rent it, but cast lots for it, whose it shall be. And the scripture might be fulfilled, which saith, They parted a remnant among them, and for my vesture they did cast lots. These things therefore the soldiers did.
Prophecy is fulfilled in your eyes. As you looking, prophecy is being fulfilled.
What's that scripture?
They asked Moses, who made you all ruler? Who made you all ruler? Ain't that what people saying? Because you don't know, because God makes the ruler. We don't read a book and choose the ruler. God makes the ruler. So, of course, people might question, who made you ruler? But if somebody say God, all you can do is test the spirit after that. You can't hate him.
You just want me to read the first John scripture?
Yeah. If you go to Acts 7 and 35 in the book of Acts. You want to read them?
It says, This Moses whom they refused, saying, Who made the ruler a judge?
Who made thee a ruler, a judge? See, they didn't know who made Moses a ruler, a judge. They didn't know this. Because God did. Moses didn't go through a school. Moses didn't go through Pharaoh. Moses didn't go through the book. God said, here, I'm well pleasing you. I'm going to make you the ruler of Israel. And what did the people do? Read again.
This Moses whom they refused, saying, Who made a ruler a judge? The same did God send to be a ruler and a deliverer by the hand of the angel, which appeared to him in the bush.
So who made Moses a ruler? God. God made Moses a ruler and a deliverer. So right now, we know we need deliverance. We know this. We know we need deliverance. But what's going on? The jealousy. The jealousy. Moses represents the anointed one. That's all. Moses, that's why ES. That's why some people say Moshe. That's why I say this Moses. Because Moses represents a high priest. Moses represents the anointed one. Moses is not a character, you know, of historical facts that they try to tell us. I don't know when they say Moses came. If Jesus came 2,000 years ago, shit, Moses had to come 6,000. It had to be. Because Moses seen the prophetic vision way before Jesus came. You know. So again, every time God makes a ruler, what do the people say? You're not my ruler. And why do the people do this? Because they worship idols. So idol worship make you hate God. So they got the same verse where I was on the tip of my tongue. I should have went to it while I was talking. Matthew 23. And then let's go to Matthew 23. Matthew 23. And 39. Well, 37. I'm in Matthew 23 and 37. It says, O Jerusalem, dieth that killeth the prophets. So where do the prophets get destroyed at? In Jerusalem. It says, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. So who do the people stone? The ones the Father sent. They don't clap. It's not a parade. Everybody ain't happy. It ain't hugs and kisses. It's stones, hate, and backstabbers for the one that God sends. It says, how often I would have gathered thy children together. How often I would have gathered thy children together. Even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings and would not. Behold, your house is left unto you de-isolated. That's why everything we have is de-isolated. Why? Because we destroy the one that comes to deliver us. As y'all see, but guess what? If the hand on God, how the scripture go where it says, as I walk through the, I forgot it. It's something about no, do no harm to my anointed one, or touch not my anointed one. You can't, no harm should come to my. It's something like that. I'm getting because I got like 3 scriptures I'm trying to think about, but it's something like that. Like you can't do nothing to the anointed one. So it says, for I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of God, name of the Lord. Do not touch my anointed ones. Do my prophets no harm. That ain't the one I'm looking for, but that's one of them. That's the one I was thinking about, but it's another one. So I say, for I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth. So how you gonna see God? You gonna have to say what? Till ye say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Until you confess, you won't see. So let's go to the book of Ezekiel, y'all. Like I say, y'all just want to do this. I wanted to come early, but I got a little sidetracked. And this will be uploaded on the YouTube, y'all. So let's go to Ezekiel. I think that's 8. Get that verse, jealousy, Ezekiel Bible verse. I know they got one in 8, but I think they got one somewhere else too. But let's go to Ezekiel 8. I'm going to start at 8 and 2, y'all. We're in Ezekiel 8 and 2. And again, we're dealing with the title, the jealousy seat. No, but they should have, I'm in 8, but they should have another verse in Ezekiel. I thought it was like 3. It's only 8. So right now we're in 8 and 2, y'all. We're going to start at verse 2 in Ezekiel chapter 8. So I'm just showing you the prophetic visions, and now these prophetic visions are coming to pass. It says, then I beheld, and lo, then I beheld, and lo, a likeness as the appearance of fire. From the appearance of his loins, even downward, fire. And upon his loins, even upward, as the appearance of brightness, as the color of an amber. So you ever notice why the Dragon Ball Z, when they go Super Saiyan, they on fire all around about? Christ baptized you with fire. Elijah brought the fire down from heaven. God's word is like fire. So whoever God have touched with the word, they on fire. But the one on fire, heavy is the head that wears his crown. It says, and he put forth the form of a hand, and took me by the lock of my head. And the Spirit lifted me up between the earth and heaven, and brought me in the visions of God to Jerusalem. They go Jerusalem now. What does Jerusalem do? What do the prophets get unalive at? Jerusalem, Jerusalem, that unalive the prophets. The door of the inner gate that looked toward the north, and there was the seat of the image of jealousy, which provoked to jealousy. So what is this image that provoked jealousy? Now, that's why I read Isaiah 42 and 13 first. Verse 4, it says, and behold, the glory of God of Israel was there. And behold, the glory of the God of Israel was there, according to the vision that I saw in the plain. And then he said unto me, Son of man, lift up thy eyes now the way toward the north. So I lifted up my eyes the way toward the north, and behold, the northward at the gate of the altar, this image of jealousy in the entry. And he said furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do? Even the great abominations of the house of Israel committed it here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary. But turn ye yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations. So when they get jealous, it's caused the people to do great abominations. Like some of the brothers I had next to me. They say I'm jealous of them. For what? How can I be jealous of somebody? What? Like, I done gave so much. How can someone that's giving everything be jealous of anybody? But sometimes people just be talking about themselves. But they don't want you to know that, but they just be talking about themselves. Really. So jealousy causes you to do what? Because say you jealous of your friend, right? The jealousy is one abomination. But then when you jealousy, you might get them set up. You might get them unalive. Because of what? Because of the jealousy. So because of the jealousy, you got great abominations. Because look what they doing. They all kind of lies. Verse 7, it says, and he brought me to the door of the court. And when I looked, behold, a hole in the wall. And he said unto me, Son of man, dig now in the wall. And when I had digged in the wall, behold, a door. And he said unto me, go in, and behold, the wicked abominations that they do here. See, most people, like I say, that's why you have to be given eyesight by God so you can see these things happening. And when they happen, if you miss it when they happen, then you Ray Charles. I think you worse than Ray Charles, because Ray Charles called me not Ray Charles, what's his name? Stevie Wonder called me the other day, said, man, I see you. So now y'all became worse than blind men. Y'all might not even have eyes. They might need to pluck y'all eyeballs out if y'all can't see what's going on now. You know, people need to pluck your eyeballs out. I'm telling you, the phone ring, I picked up, Stevie Wonder say, man, I see you. So like I say, y'all, when things happen, man, I just want y'all to see the prophetic vision. I'm not trying to make you. I'm not trying to force it on you. I just want you to see it. Because it's happening. And the cold thing about the happening part, it's just as it's written. That's what make this so like,
On point.
man, it's like, whoa, whoa, you know, and like these things weren't revealed to me until the happened to me. See, a lot of people don't know. A lot of these mysteries that I have, they happened to me. I never studied the Bible. I read the Bible, but I didn't study the Bible to get these mysteries. These mysteries became because this is the manifestation of what I'm actually going through. This is how I'm shown the mysteries. That's why I don't have a proper interpretation. When I talk to y'all, I tell y'all what I'm doing and what's happening to me. I don't talk to y'all about stuff that happened 2,000 years ago. That's what makes me set apart from my brothers. And I'm gonna read one more verse, y'all. And like I say, this was a short one, y'all. I'm in Genesis 49. Let's see what's gonna happen to Joseph, y'all. Genesis 49. And like I say, y'all, this will be uploaded on the YouTube. So if you go to YahJudah.com, you will be able to catch it. But let's go to Genesis 49. First, I'm gonna read verse 1. And it's crazy how in Genesis it talk about the last days. I wonder why in Genesis it talk about the last days, because Genesis is the last day prophecy. So it says, and Jacob called unto his sons, because we're in Jacob's trouble. You ever heard the Nas and Damian Marley CD? The sleeping sons of Jacob must be awoke. So everybody know this is a time of Jacob's trouble, but nobody knows the prophetic vision that's written all through the Bible about Jacob's trouble. So it says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. So when was Jacob's trouble going to begin? In the last days. So let's go down to Joseph. Let's go to verse 22. It says, Joseph is a fruitful dough. A fruitful bow? Let's say bow, huh? Look that word up. Bow. A fruitful bow. What that is? B-O-U-G-H. I'm going to look up this word right quick. I just want to give y'all a deeper breakdown.
Like bow. Like bow. Like bow.
A fruitful bow? Let me see. Oh, you put T.
A tree.
Oh, a branch. Okay, a fruitful bow. Okay. A fruitful branch. Okay. Even a fruitful bow by the well, whose branches run over the wall. The Archers have sorely grieved him, shot at him. Why they shooting at me? They supposed to, though. That's the code. They supposed to. That's why I don't come in my flesh. I don't have to come in my flesh, because they supposed to do what they do. They supposed to shoot at me. They supposed to throw thorns at me. They supposed to stab me in the back. It says they shot at him and hated him. They go to hate. Why did they hate Joseph so much? It says, but his bow abided in strength, and the arms of his hand were made strong. By who? By the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From hence is the shepherd of Israel, the stone of Israel. From hence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. So where do the stone of Israel come from? Joseph. Not Judah, not Levi, not none of the 12. They come from Joseph. Then it say, even by the God of the fathers, who shall help thee? Who gonna help Joseph? Even by the God of thy fathers, who shall help thee? And by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with the blessings of heaven above, the blessings of the deep that lie under the blessings of the breast and of the womb. The blessing of thy father have prevailed above the blessing of my progenitors. So Joseph is highly favored. Yaju has been highly favored. Not because God highly favor me, God. Please, please, God, make me highly favored, God. Please. I ain't never had that prayer. You know what I told God? Show me the will. When I found out who he was, show me the will, God, I'll do it. That's all I told God. Show me the will, God, and I will do it. Because I seen the condition of our people. Why did Moses get highly favored? What did Moses want to do, y'all? What did Moses see to make Moses highly favored? Well, everybody should know that. If you don't, go read the story. So it says, the blessing of thy father have prevailed above the blessing of my progenitors, unto the uttermost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of him that was separated from his brethren. So, I hope y'all see the separation. And on that note, you got anything you want to bring?
No, I'm good.
So on that note, y'all, like I said, I'm just doing something short, y'all. We might be back later on tonight, or if not, you can catch us Sunday morning or Sunday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, y'all. So when people tell you we don't have a separating one, we don't have a head, a order, a structure to keep everything together, they lying to you. If everybody's Christ, that's a cop-out. That's the devil trying to blend in. The truth stands out, clear from the lie. So on that note, y'all, I hope the Father has circumcised y'all hearts and message for this message. Peace and blessings. We out.
Peace, y'all.